go outside. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Thank you for spending the night. Well, hello friends. It is Wednesday and I've gotten all my animal chores taken care of. And Olivia and I have a couple of projects we need to do today, which I will film. But before we get to that, I wanted to share with you a present or a gift that I got for my birthday from my really good friend Cindy. And I also wanted to share with you how I kind of changed up my decor. I took all of my Easter stuff down on Monday and I put up like my everyday decor, and I think this is probably how it's going to stay for the summer. I may change a few things up here and there, but for the most part, this is how it's going to be for the summer until time to decorate for fall. So let me show you those things. So this is what I ended up getting. Actually, she sent me a Amazon gift card, and I wasn't sure what I wanted. I knew I wasn't going to just spend it on just whatever, and I didn't want to go online and just like search for stuff just for the sake of spending it. But it dawned on me that I needed a little table to go out on our front deck, and I wanted something that was really beautiful. I wanted something small but not too small, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right next to Scott's grill, and he can use this to set the plate on for the meat when he's grilling. And other than that, there's nothing going to be on this little table. But it's just absolutely gorgeous. This is ceramic and then black like wrought iron legs, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I will leave a link to it in the description box below. They had several different styles, like designs, but this is the one I really liked. It's got all like the Pioneer Woman colors in it, and the cushions that I have on my chair or my bench out there are these colors. So yeah, so that's what I got, and I told Cindy I would share it on the video so she could see what I chose. So thank you so much again, Cindy, for that Amazon gift card. I really appreciate it, and I just love my little table. This is what I did on my table for my centerpiece. I just used the same basket or tray. This size is like perfect for the table, so I just wanted to keep whatever display I did inside this tray. And I just changed it up with my milk glass basket with fake strawberries and my little mice girls with their eating a sweet treat of a strawberry. I got all that stuff thrifting except for the strawberries. I got those at Hobby Lobby, I believe. And then I've got my beeswax candle with this pewter candlestick, also thrifted. Not the candle was bought off of Amazon. The little house, I got that at Aldi, believe it or not. And then the little hen on the nest, we have the toothpicks in there. And I got that thrifting as well. So that's how I have my centerpiece. And this is how I styled the shelves above my fireplace. My little gas stove, I call it my fireplace. And I have the top of the fireplace, just not much on there because Scott doesn't want much on there. And this is how I did the shelves. Most everything on here has been thrifted. Got this at Joann Fabrics. I thrifted. This was a little Dollar Tree chest that I stained. All of this stuff was thrifted. I got that at Bell's. It's Eastery, but I like it, and so it's going to stay up all year round. And there's this, and then to incorporate the strawberries, I've got this little strawberry candle. I can't remember where I got that. I think at a garage sale. Then on the top shelf, got my salt and pepper shakers that I got thrifted, some milk glass, another candlestick, that really cool tray that I got at Salvation Army, and then another little strawberry thing. It's a little trinket jar. Got this thrifting, I think, or a garage sale. And then I got these two flower frogs thrifting. That little cross, I think I got that at the Dollar Tree, went back when everything was still $1. And then, yeah, everything that I got from Amazon. So that's how I have my shelves decorated. And then the last thing I really changed, oh, I gotta show you my windowsill. So no, this is not the last thing. This is my coffee table with the tray, and I changed this up completely. And I got this little shadow box thing at Joann Fabrics, and I did a DIY on that, and I made the little flower arrangement in it, or the greenery. And then this little iron, or it's really heavy, so I think it's a cast iron mouse. I got that at Turkey Run in their little gift shop when we went camping a few years ago. The Ivy candle rings I got from thrifting, I believe. And then the candle my friend Carolyn sent me from Australia. And then I've got my coffee table book here of my literary chickens. There's actually a couple more spaces that I changed up. This little table, this was in front of the window, but I moved it over here because I moved, forgive the tote, that needs to go back downstairs. I moved my bamboo plant in here, and I wanted to open up the patio door. That's one of the reasons why I moved it, and so it's in here now. I had a couple of my houseplants die, and so now I have more space in here for them. And so I moved the little table that was in front of the windows over here, and most of this stuff was, in fact, all of this stuff was actually on my coffee table for the spring, and I really liked the way it looked, so I just moved it over here. So then this is my windowsill, and I'm sorry it is backlit, so this lighting is not great. I only changed really two things on it. I put this little pitcher on here. There was a milk glass there. I changed that out. And then I took those little rabbits that I had there, and I replaced them with the little chipmunks. But other than that, everything else is the same on my windowsill. I heard Jenny giving a startled cackle. She's over there now. I looked out here, and look what's on top of her little pin. I don't think that squirrel's gonna hurt her, but it's just frozen there. They're cute. Well, Jenny looks like she's very content and relaxed over there. I think that squirrel just startled her. I'll have to keep an eye out, make sure the squirrel doesn't hurt her. I've never heard of a squirrel bothering a chicken before. Hey, Mr. Squirrel, you need to get moving. Look at it, it's stretched out. I hope you can see. There's the sun kind of messing with the camera, but oh my goodness. That's a big squirrel too. The job that Olivia and I need to get done today is this 50-pound bag of flour. Scott and I bought this in February when we went out for our anniversary. We went to a Amish store, and it's been sitting here in the kitchen dining room entryway area all this time waiting for me to deal with it. So today is the day to deal with it. I wasn't exactly sure how I wanted to deal with it. That's one of the reasons why it's still sitting there. But then I saw, it was all zoomed in. I didn't realize that. Anyway, so there it is in my entryway. I saw She's in Her Apron, Kimmy, she would put flour in a sandwich bag and roll the top down, tape it, and then put it in food storage bags that you suck the air out of. And so that is what I'm going to do. I thought, oh, that sounds like a really good plan. Now, I don't know how many pounds one of these bags will hold. As you see, I got the giant ones. I'm hoping maybe 3 pounds, maybe 4 pounds to fit in a bag. So I've got my scale here and my, oh my goodness, my words, bowl with the spout. I don't know, my brain is not working today. Anyway, I'm going to weigh out the flour and put them in the bags, roll them down, tape them, and then run them through put them in a plastic bag and then run them through the air sucker, which I can't think of what that's called either. I'm telling you, my brain. But in the meantime, also my flour bucket is out. So I want to put at least 5 pounds of flour in this, because this will hold a 5-pound bag really well. So let's get started. I'm going to weigh out the 5 pounds first, and then we'll get busy with the paper bags. Vacuum sealer. I knew it would finally come to me. Vacuum sealer. And there it is, all sealed, vacuum sealed. This will last for years now. It'll be free from bugs. Now I will have to put this in a tote to keep it away from mice, because mice will chew right through this, but it will be free from bugs now. And there's no oxygen in here, so nothing's gonna hatch out and cause any problems. And the reason why you put it in the paper bag first is if you just put it in the plastic bag and tried to seal it, it would suck all the flour up with the air and just totally mess up your machine. So that is why you do that. I'm gonna go ahead and get this job done, bring it back when we're all done, and I'll show you how much we got ready to go for long-term storage. This is what 50 pounds of flour looks like. I'll separate it out into smaller portions. And oh my goodness, I left a ginormous mess. I even have it on me. Had I thought about it ahead of time, I would have put a tray down to catch what was on the table, but I didn't think about it till it was too late. So I'm just going to sweep the floor. I'll probably mop right here too, because it feels kind of slippery, and I will change the tablecloth. It is so hot today. At least it feels really hot. It's 80 degrees and there's not a cloud in the sky, and it is hot. It feels really hot to me. Scott and I have been taking walks every day after he gets home from work, which is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I think today we're gonna have to wait till after supper, like at 6 or 7, because it is hot out there. And we've been going down the road, and out in the middle of that pavement is very hot. So yeah, seems like we're always complaining about the weather, doesn't it? But it's just weird because you go from like 30 degrees to 80 degrees in just a matter of days. And then in another few days, it's gonna be back down in the 50s during the day, 30s overnight. So this is the typical spring for Indiana. We used to think this was like unseasonably warm, but honestly, this is what it does every year. Gets hot, gets cold, gets hot, gets cold. Then it gets hot and stays hot. And then it doesn't seem like it's ever gonna not be hot. And we're, wishing fall would hurry up and get here. So anyway, yeah, it's hot. And we don't have the air conditioners in the windows yet. It's too early. I don't want them in there until after Mother's Day. I'm gonna sit down and take a little breather for a minute while Olivia loads the dishwasher. She's gonna load the dishwasher for me. And then I'm gonna make these little energy bites. I get this magazine every so often from Swanson Vitamins. That's a book I heard about. I wrote the title and the author down so I wouldn't forget it. But I get a lot of my vitamins and supplements and things from Swanson, and so they send me this catalog like once a month or so. And this time it had this recipe in it for these energy bites. I don't want to give them a try. They're no bake, so I don't have to turn the oven on. So, but I want to wait till Olivia gets the kitchen cleaned up a little bit before I do that. Olivia brought out the big guns. This is our big industrial fan. We got the honey sitting in the sunlight because it was starting to crystallize a little bit. And Oliver is sunning himself out on the porch. He's obviously not too hot at the moment. So let's get started on this recipe. I'm not sure how many energy balls these are going to make. The recipe doesn't say. Oh, wait a minute, it does say, help if I read, into 10 bite-sized balls. So what you need is 1/3 cup peanut butter, and I spilt the chocolate chips into the peanut butter when I was measuring them out. And I sprayed the measuring cup with cooking spray so stuff would come out easier. 1 scoop of vanilla protein powder. I use this Orgain protein powder because it is dairy-free. One-fourth cup rolled oats. Again, I spilt the chocolate chips. I'll show you the counter. They spilled everywhere. I think I'm the world's messiest cook, but I'm just going to go ahead and scoop all those into the bowl. 1/4 cup mini chocolate chips, plus everything I spilt on the counter, which I don't know how much that'll be. There we go. Then you want 1/4 cup of honey. One-half teaspoon vanilla. And a pinch of salt. I am using iodized salt because I'm trying to get my thyroid healthy. There's a pinch of salt. So you just combine all these ingredients, roll them into a ball, and then you stick them in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. My batch actually made 12 because I think I made them a little smaller than what the recipe calls for, but those look like a bite-sized me. So anyway, stick these in the refrigerator for at least a half an hour until they get nice and hard, and then you keep them stored in the refrigerator. So they've been in the fridge for about 35-40 minutes, and they're still very sticky. I can see why you want to make them like bite-sized, because you just want to plop this whole thing in your mouth. But I'm not going to do that and try to talk, so I'm just going to take a small bite and see what I think. They're very tasty. Yum. If you love peanut butter, you will love this. I'm just wondering if there's something you could like roll them in to make them less sticky to hold. Because unless you just pop the whole thing in your mouth, you're gonna have sticky fingers. But yeah, these are really delicious. Yum. What do you think, Liv? Say that again.
He wants one too.
And he wants one too, but he can't have any because there's chocolate in them. Well, good morning. Well, it's actually noon. It's the next day, Thursday, and today is not gone according to plan at all. I was just fixing to go downstairs and work on another project for this video, and our power went out, and it's been out for about an hour now, and it's something to do with the substation. I don't know, but they're saying it's not going to be back on for another hour and 45 minutes, their estimate. So now I'm not really sure what I'm going to do today. My poor dad, he has a power lift chair, and he's stuck in his chair because he can't lower it without power. So I got to go over there and help him get out of his chair. And when I get back, Amazon just came. So let me show you what they brought, and then I'll show you what I want to do with it. But I have to go help my dad first. I was looking at my curtains in my dining room and my kitchen. They have matching curtains. I was looking at them the other day, and they definitely need to be taken down and washed. And then I was thinking, you know, I'm kind of ready for something new. And I don't want to get rid of these curtains because I really like them, but I wanted something to like swap in and out with. So I went on Amazon and I found these lace curtains, and they are so pretty, and they really were quite inexpensive. You had to buy them by the panel. I will link them in the description box below. But I ended up getting two different lengths because the curtains for my kitchen need to be shorter on that window than they do out here. So I got 3 panels of the longer ones to fit above the patio door, and then I got 2 panels. I was hoping 1 panel would be long enough, but it was just not quite long enough. And I debated about whether I was just going to get 1, but I thought, you know, I will really be kicking myself if I don't get 2. And then when I go to put the 1 up, it just doesn't look right because it's not long enough. So I went ahead and got 2 of them. I'd rather there be extra fullness than not enough length. So that's what I'm gonna work on when I get back from rescuing my dad. We are back, and the power is back on. Thank goodness. And I got the lace curtains put up, and I absolutely love them. They are so pretty and so light and airy. It just makes the whole room look different. I think these are going to be my spring and summer curtains from now on, and I'll put the floral ones back up for fall and winter. Let me show you the ones in the kitchen. Those are so pretty too. And there are the ones for the kitchen. I am very, very glad I bought 2 because there's 2 panels up there, and it does not look overcrowded at all. So pretty. I absolutely love it. It's these small things. It's the small things in your home. If you're not happy with your home, or you know, something about it that you feel like needs to be changed, think about changing your window treatments. It makes such a big difference, more than you would even suspect. All right, I've procrastinated it long enough, even though the power went off and delayed my plans by a couple of hours. I've got to go downstairs and get busy. Let me show you what I need to get done. This is the room I need to work on. There's stuff that's just been brought down here and dropped that needs to be put away. And all of that stuff in the corner is Goodwill stuff that I need to be taken upstairs and put in the back of the car. So the next time we go to town, we can drop that off. Actually, we're going to drop it off at Salvation Army. So all of that stuff needs to be dealt with as well. What we have here are Easter decorations that just need to be put back in the decor closet. This is just a basket of stuff left over from when I did my room makeover. Just needs to be put away. Like I said, that's all good. I keep saying Goodwill, but I'm going to be giving it to Salvation Army. It's all Salvation Army stuff that needs to be, at least if I don't move it out of here today, I'm going to get it condensed down. Because I got to thinking, I don't really want to put it in the back of the car yet, because I have to go grocery shopping next week. And so that'll be in the way if I put it in the back of the car. So I'm just going to condense it into that pile, get things condensed down, and then after we get done grocery shopping next week, then I'll have Travis and Olivia take it and put it in the back of the car. So I'm just going to put this to music, and we are going to get busy getting this room put back together. This picture is an aerial photograph of the farm where my dad grew up. And my grandpa had a livestock business. He raised Angus cattle. He also raised other things too, but he raised Angus cattle. And he had a livestock hauling business. And that is where I got this sign. This was on the back of my grandpa's stock truck. And this picture was taken, my dad racked his brains and couldn't come up with an exact date, but it was somewhere between 1948 and 1951. And yes, this was the farm they lived on when my grandpa had that livestock hauling business. My aunt shared this picture on Facebook a month or so ago, and when I saw that, I'm like, oh, I need that picture so that I can blow it up and hang it on this wall next to my grandpa's cattle hauling sign. So she sent me a copy via email, but you know how things get real pixelated when you send them and copy them so many times. So the copy wasn't very good. Well, my dad had a copy of the picture, a same copy like that my aunt had. So I was able to take his original copy, his original picture, scan it into the computer, and I sent this to Walmart Photo Center, and they put it on a canvas. And I can't remember, this is like 24 by something. And they stretched it. They put a hanging wire on it. They put these, this little knobby things to keep it from hitting against the wall. They did an excellent job on this picture, and it really wasn't that expensive to do. So I am thrilled, and I'm thrilled that it came out so good. I thought it was going to be really grainy, but it's not. It's really quite good. So I am going to hang it over here on this wall next to this cattle hauling sign. I'm going to have to take down this big poster picture, and then I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to hang that. But the cattle sign and the aerial picture of my grandpa and my dad grew up, well, he didn't actually grow up there. He was, I think he was junior high, late elementary, junior high when they moved there. But my aunt grew up on that property. So anyway, just as part of my family history, I'm going to hang that picture right there. And these folks here, that is my grandpa and grandma, my dad's mom and dad. So he's the one that had the cattle hauling business. They were farmers. There it is. I love it. It looks perfect there. Just looks perfect. I've got this clear shelf that's really, they came in a set of 2 and I got them off of Amazon. Used one upstairs and then I put this one down here. They're super easy to install and I really like the way they look. I'm thinking about getting another set of 2 and putting one up over here to put some other memorabilia from my grandpa's farm up there. I've got like, well, it's not from this farm, but it's from this side of the family. I've got this flyer from when my great grandfather sold his farm. That would be cool on that shelf, as well as some of the things that were my grandmother's. So I think I might do that to kind of fill that space in right there. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Now I have no idea where I'm going to put this. It's big. It's a big poster. I don't know. I think I'm running out of space in my room here. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. I also have this. I found this in a drawer when I was cleaning upstairs, cleaning my bed out for our room makeover. And this was from 1944. So I kind of wanted to display this somehow too. I'm not sure how. That's what I thought one of those shelves, those clear shelves I'd be able to display this maybe. For now, I'm just going to leave it here on this chair. And then this, I'm going to leave it in this tube for now because I don't know what to do with it. But this is a map of the Civil War battlefields that I used when I was teaching history when the kids were in school, when we were homeschooling. I want to display this as well. But like I said, I'm running out of wall space. I found a spot over here on the other side of the bookshelves for it. After I got it hung, I realized I could have gone up a little bit higher with it, but that thing was a pain in the butt to get hung up, so I'm not moving it. It's a little bit low, but I'm not moving it. And I was thinking I could put that second clear shelf, because those, like I said, those shelves come in pairs. I could put that second clear shelf up there for things. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it right there. All right, that job is done. And then once all that stuff is gone, this room will be spotless. That is a good feeling. All right, friends, this is where I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog. I hope you enjoyed spending the last couple of days with me. I feel like I've had a productive couple of days, and I just really am happy with the way things turned out down in my vintage room with my attempt to preserve family history. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below, and we will talk to you all later. Bye-bye, friends.